What's up? This is Jared
and Matt
from the Dirty Heads, and you are watching AMBY.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I would like to welcome you to our interview with the Dirty Heads. Hello.
Hi.
How are you both doing today on this beautiful day in Toronto?
It is very beautiful, actually. Last time we were here, I think it was snowing.
It was cold. In the same spot. We played
in
the edge.
Same spot. This was covered with
freezing.
snow.
I'm going to assume that you enjoy the nice weather a little bit more?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's an exciting time to be in Dirty Heads because you are soon releasing a new record.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any plans to celebrate this release?
We're celebrating right now with a big U.S. tour and then coming back here when it's cold again. I don't know why we do this, but we'll be back here in the fall. But, yeah, we're up here doing promo and flying to New York and then flying to Florida to start our nationwide tour with Sublime with Rome.
Ooh,
and
so
play
exciting.
new music. Playing new music
Yes.
is like hooking up with a new person. It is.
How are those rehearsals going? You keep posting photographs?
Yeah, we're done. We're done
Yeah.
now. You know what? I have gum.
It was great.
Watch this. I'm gonna swallow this gum, and it's not. And I'm gonna poop it out in like 3 days. It's not, that whole 7-year
It's a
thing is a myth. Hold on.
It takes 3 days?
Oh, that's a bummer. But I did it for you.
Thank
Wow.
you. I appreciate it a lot.
Okay. Oh, what were we talking about?
Rehearsals.
Oh, they were great. It's hard to choose what songs to put in the set, you know, because you don't want to be that band that's like, I mean, obviously we would just play the whole new album,
Yeah.
but you don't want to be that band. You want to play the favorites, the fan favorites, things like that. So we look at it from a fan perspective as us being fans with other music if we were going to see somebody. So we're gonna have a nice mix. We'll probably do 3 or 4 and see how they go and swap them out. But we ran over all of them, and there's a couple that stood out that were really, really cool, other than the single.
Which in particular are you really excited to play?
Moon Tower.
Okay.
There's a song called Moon Tower, and it's more on the mellow side, but it's just so vibey.
It just feels good.
It feels so good live. Yeah.
There's another song on the record called Truth that I'm really excited. Just because it's
and that one's more hype.
fun, energy, and it's fun to play on the drums. So that's my favorite. I'm selfish like that.
I was so stoked to hear that you're going on this tour with Sublime with Rome, because this obviously isn't your first encounter with those guys.
No.
No. When you think back to the first time you met them, what thoughts come to mind?
Chris Farley screaming that he lives in a van down by the river, because Rome was living in a van outside of our studio.
Yeah.
And he was like this 18-year-old kid, and we were like, what? You're a good singer. You write good songs. Be friends with us. And then the first time we met Eric Wilson was just like, down.
Yeah.
Like,
That was like
wow,
a
we were
legend.
meeting somebody in Sublime. And then the fact that we became friends with them separately before that happened was cool. And then we were like, wow, 2 of our good friends are going to reignite Sublime. Like, this can't get any better. And then
So
we're going
weird.
on tour with them. So it's crazy, because we used to dream about, you know, like just going on tour with certain bands, and like Sublime was such a big influence for us that it's really, and growing up in Huntington Beach, so close to Long Beach, kind of, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say different, but same area. It's just really cool, full circle, you know?
Well, it's going back to the record. I want to discuss That's All I Need. I do feel like it's a nostalgic track. It's a little bit about looking back, but it's also about living in the moment. I really like the juxtaposition there. Could you tell me just...
You get it.
I do get it. I'm
You
glad
get it.
that my interpretation
You
was
got it.
correct.
Yeah.
What sparked the idea for that track?
Actually, the producer, Justin Gray, who's from Toronto,
Woo!
this is his hometown, it was kind of his idea. Like, it was like one of the last sessions with the last producers of all these producers and songwriters we were going to go work with to see who we liked. Me and Duddy were kind of getting on the, like, our tank of creativity and ideas were getting low. Not to the point where it was bad or anything, but it was just like, I don't have any ideas. Do you have any ideas? No, we ain't got nothing. And Justin had known who we were, listened to our music, was familiar with it, and had a start. And so once we got inspired by the start that he had, we banged out the music with that first day. And then he was like, you know, I really like producers that push you and do their job in pulling things out of you or putting you in a right, you know, kind of guiding you rather than just going, hey, what's up? What do you want it to sound like? What do you want to rip off? Like, what sonics do you want me to use? You want me to use whatever? And he was like, what if nobody's ever heard of you? How could we tell
can
a
you hook
story
somebody?
and be like, this is where we're from and this is what we're about in one song. And we were like,
That's
that's a good
way to look
idea.
at
And then
things.
so that's
Genius.
why after we had the music bed that was done in the first couple hours, it took us 4 days to kind of get the rest done, the lyrics and the hook done, because it was so special. That idea was so cool about kind of, if nobody's ever heard us, we're not the biggest band in the world. People in other countries don't know who we are. This is a self-titled album. So if it's your self-titled album, let's show them who we are, tell them who we are. And we also wanted that to come in the music video, and so they both just go hand in hand. So it's like, if you wanted to show somebody one song, be like, this is pretty close to what the Dirty Heads core is, that feel good like weekend music. That's all I need, is pretty close. Maybe sprinkle a little bit more reggae.
No, I agree. I feel the video completely embodies what you're all about, especially showing the good vibe side to the band. What was it like filming that, kind of cruising around, soaking in the sunshine?
It was cool. It was our hometown. I got to direct it with
Yeah,
my friend Jay. And it was just rad. Like, we just wanted to make it really organic. Oh, they're getting it. They're making out now. This is even better. We just wanted to keep it really genuine. Since the song was very genuine and honest, me and Duddy both had lowrider cars. Like, I had a 1960 Catalina, Duddy had a 1962 Cadillac, or 1964 in high school. And we're kind of talking about that in the song. That's where the throwback comes in. So we reached out to a lot of our friends and other bands, like Avenged Sevenfold, and friends of ours that own restaurants, Sancho's Tacos, where we shot it, and just reached out to friends, got all these rad old cars, and like, what would we do on a Sunday where like we used to go cruise around on the weekends in high school? That's what we used to do, right? So we wanted to recreate that, but just update it with our friends and family and bring the fans out and really just kind of rep Huntington and Southern California. And that song is very Southern California. It's very Los Angeles, San Diego, just it for me, it paints a picture of Southern California and that Sunday afternoon. Like, we wanted that to be that weekend music, that like I said, that Sunday afternoon banger.
I love how you're also repping your mascot on the album cover. The octopus is back on
Right?
the front
Our
cover.
Nike swoosh.
Yeah.
So good.
Right? I mean, if you're going to do a self-titled, we just felt like with this album, we're like, this should be our self-titled, because we feel the most comfortable with, like, we feel like we nailed this. Like, if you were going to put it in a time capsule, I'm stealing this from the last interviewer, she said it really good. If you were going to steal it and put it in a time capsule, so in 100 years somebody could hear what the Dirty Heads were like, but you only had one album,
this would be the one.
would
Yeah,
probably
this would be
be the one.
So it just made sense to.
So we're like, let's just show the mascot, and stick with the self-titled, and then the colors for it. There's an orange front and a purple back, which is an orange gradient, purple back gradient. We wanted to make a playlist, and B, make sides for vinyl, because the formats that people listen to music now, you make playlists on Spotify.
Yep.
Vinyl's coming back, people like on vinyl. So 1 through 6 is what we think that you should listen to in the daytime, and 6 through 11 is what we think you should listen to at nighttime.
I love that.
So we built in a playlist. We did it first.
Yeah.
Nobody's done
I
this.
had the idea.
I had that idea
the
the first album, but it didn't make sense.
And it makes total sense now.
And now it makes sense with vinyl making a resurgence and playlists. So we're super stoked that we got to do that. And that's why there's the sunny side and the dark side of the artwork. Yeah,
I love that story. Thanks for sharing that.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
And this new single, it's been coined as a summertime anthem. I would have to agree on that. For you guys, what have you been listening to this summertime? Who would you suggest our viewers check out?
As far as new artists, I don't know. I'm very excited for. I'm big into like alternative music, so I'm very excited for Young the Giant's new record to come out. Leon Bridges too. Sure.
Ooh, yeah, baby.
Ooh,
did I
steal yours?
Leon Bridges,
Yeah.
If you don't like him,
Something.
We don't like you.
Yeah. I've been listening to the new A$AP Ferg album. On the hip hop side is phenomenal. One of my favorites I've heard in a long time. There's new Run the Jewels 3 coming out that I'm very excited about. If you haven't heard Run the Jewels, you're missing out. And Hosier or whatever. How do you say it?
I don't know. I think
it's
it's.
Hoisier.
Ooh, that's a
whole
whole different one. I've never
That's like
heard that
people
one
say
before.
Voss, Vase, and you
Yeah.
just said Vies.
Yeah. Now we're even.
Yeah,
more
I'm a
confused.
huge fan of his, and I heard his a new song from the Tarzan movie, but I really hope he puts out a new album. What was there was one more? I think that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, and Travis Scott, his new song A-Team. I've
Okay.
been playing that on repeat to death pretty much.
For me, it's been really cool to see through your socials how much DH ink there is out there.
Crazy, right?
It's amazing.
That hashtag DH Inc.
It's
is
great.
It's one of the coolest feelings like ever for people to be like,
I
I'm
like
gonna
you
put this on me
much.
forever,
Yeah.
forever, and I'm gonna rep you this hard. That's why it's like, yeah, we care, like we care that much. Not saying the fans, but we know the fans do, so that makes us just be like, all right, like we're not gonna let you down.
Yeah, we're gonna give you something that we're proud for you to represent.
100%.
Do you have a favorite? I know it's very hard, but out of the recent ones, a favorite DH ink tattoo you've seen? Anything really stand out to you and you're like, wow?
There's been a couple. Goonies Never Say Die.
Yeah.
We have a song called Sloth's Revenge. There's been a couple cool ones like that. There's been a couple lyric ones.
Yeah, the lyric ones are really.
And the octopus is just
octopus,
such a it's just
like
such a
stamp,
dope.
you know.
It's a dope tattoo already. Like, oh, actually, there is my favorite. We met him at the meet and greet. I can't remember his name. I feel really bad, but he has the album artwork from Any Port in a Storm, and it starts as a sleeve, and it goes up and like lingers up, but it's all outlined. It's not colored in. It's just like the artist did it really, really well. Like the way he wrapped it and made it, because it is long ways. It's really cool. He got our whole
There's
entire.
a lot of good ones out there.
Wow.
Yeah, but he got our whole album cover, but it worked so well. So yeah, big ups, man.
Well, I just want to end things talking about the fans. Anything you want to say to all of them who are going to be viewing the interview?
Oh, we love you. We love you guys.
You guys are amazing.
They know it. We say it all the time. Like,
it's like a big family.
We cannot do it. Nobody can do it without their fans. It's been said. It's cliche. Whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
There's people that have been there since day one. There's new fans that are coming along, but it's just like they are the reason we are able to do this, and we appreciate that. And like, you really have to put into perspective what we get to do for a living, and it's people that may be working at jobs that don't like their jobs and are giving us their money to continue this, to do a job that we love.
Yeah.
Like, the appreciation level for that, when you break it down in that way, if you don't appreciate your fans, go jump in the river. You know, like, that's to where us, it's like, it weighs on us in a good way, and that's why we want to every show go out and crush it as best as we can and give them the best music.
That's amazing to hear as a fan myself. Just so humble.
Well, thank you.
Of course. And I just want to say thank you for your time today. Lovely speaking with both of you.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
This
was
my
fun.
pleasure.
Is it over already?
It is. I'm about to
Hey,
wrap
we can
things
still
up.
hang out, right?
Absolutely. And remember, to everybody viewing, you can visit us at musicblogger.com for all sorts of interviews, features, videos, and so much more with your favorite bands. See you next time.